here. Hey, Tom, you were early. You were on time, and I was late. So, you know me, trying to get used to, with StreamYard. I could have sworn I hit 4:30. It hit 4, but hey, hey, there's the old Indigo. Hey, girl. So, I am here, and we had a hot nine, I think it got to 98 today. Stranger things have happened. So, thanks to Allison, I'm looking at my phone, and she's like, "Girl, just so you know, you were supposed to be on an hour ago. Oops." So, yeah. Hmm. Stranger things, stranger things. So, I know that there's Bobby's got a show going on. There's probably a couple others, but I wanted to try to come on when it seemed like internet was stable enough, and before it got too late on the East Coast. That's the only drawback I've been experiencing on the West Coast is the time difference, but well worth, you know, the sacrifice. So I hope you're having a good start to your week, Tom, not working too hard. And for those of you expecting a sacred feminine today, Nancy wasn't feeling well, and neither was Ginger. So we are going to aim for next Monday, and that will be the first official um, sacred feminine within us, or with, I can't remember my own channel name, my own show names. The Sacred Feminine Within show on the new channel. So, Tom, looks like it's just me and you for a bit. So, what's going on? I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about, again, my plans moving forward with the channel. Um, and yes, for anybody wondering, Mozzie will at some point be still a sidekick of mine. But he is enjoying this big new place that we have, and enjoying his kiwi tower. And so, of course, I'm looking in my notes for things that I have jotted down. So, it is warm. I just got out of the tub and I'm still, and we even got a little bit of AC going. So, yes, and it's supposed to be hitting 100 tomorrow. So, Tom, is like it's a you and me party. I'm going to have to figure out what's a good time for everybody because I miss my peeps across the pond. I miss Sandy. Sandy, sir, if you watch this back, I miss you, Sandy. Garnet. Hannah. I miss you, Hannah. Rolf up in Sweden. I miss you too. So I like that tarot shelf. Tom, this thing was a biatch to put together. Did I post on my Indigo channel? No, I did not. For a reason. I'll talk a little bit later. But most people know I've already got like 20 some subscribers to the new channel. So that's wonderful. But yeah, so anybody check this out. This thing is a revolving, it's 5 foot. Which used to be how tall I was. Now I ain't even tall, So right now, still, I just have things on it. I would love to get another one, but it took Shannon and I over 3 hours and 2 days for us to put this together, just because of the physicality that it takes. Is it a particle board? Yes, but it's still well made. There's a lot of screws, a lot of things. And what's cool is these things here, I can easily remove if I want to open up the space, which I probably will do for some statuary. But I really would like to get another one of these. But at least we know too how to put them together. And so I've got tarot cards and books and things all around it, and it spins, and it's a little difficult to move with everything on it, but it's still It works really well. So I am very, very happy for it. So I see we have 3. So hello, lurkers. And again, if my internet is to drop out, I will be right back because usually it takes about 3 minutes for the signal, 3 to 5 minutes for the signal to jump back in. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And so hello to the lovely lurkers I have. Here, I can shut this off now because this is distracting. I'm on Indigo Jaguar on there. So I really don't want to get into too much right away. In case people pop in and have to repeat. Stream looks good so far. Awesome. So yeah, we have to call Ashland Electric and find out what's going on. So for me, why the new channel? And those who are new to me, that find me, and even though those of you who have already subscribed to me through my other channel, welcome. As many of you know, and if you hear noise in the background, that's Shan in the kitchen. We don't have a lot of furniture right now in the place, so everything has a strong echo, and we have tall ceilings. So we made a move across the country, and this is a new start, a new beginning. And as much as I could have just easily changed the name again on the other channel, I wanted this to be a separate entity. Keep it down, Shan. Tom, can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear Shan in the kitchen. So I just wanted this to be a whole separate new beginning. Indigo Jaguar will remain up. Hey Shelby, I will be keeping that up. So that, I'll still do a few maybe shows here or there just to keep the channel active. No, you can't hear him. Okay. He's like, you're picking on me. Nah. So that's been the last 2 almost 4 years of my channel, of my growth as a reader. I've had a lot of wonderful friendships that have come and gone in our YouTube TarotTube community, and I want to honor them, and I want to be able to look back and smile and remember the good times. And 1,500 subscribers, that's a lot of subscribers, but for me, numbers, I don't do monetizing. So Stream froze, still hearing audio though. Oh, great. Okay, so as long as you guys can still hear me, I see myself so far, Tom. I don't see anything spinning. So I just wanted this to be a fresh start. And coming back in now. Gotcha. So the new channel, and people are going to have some, patience because I am in the mountains. Internet, comes in and out. So we might have to get a strengthener to put into, brought in to strengthen the internet so that we don't keep losing it. But it's the trade-off. It's going to be good for me. Exactly. So the trade-in is those who are part of my crew, part of my circle. Y'all understand and know that if I pop out, I'll pop back in a few minutes. It was a well-needed rebirth. There we go. Yes, it was. And so the name Brush. Everybody knows I'm an artist. There's the brush. That's what I am first and foremost. I'm an artist. And it's not surprising that the intuitive part of my art comes into the intuitive, side of my reading as well. Oh, look, it still says Indigo Jaguar. Oh, geez. Well, I'll fix that later. And though it's actually, I'm supposed to be casting on, not simulcasting. I am supposed to be. Tom, am I on my channel my new channel. Let me know. That might be just something I have to fix after I'm done with the show today. So, what was I saying? So yeah, um, the brush, me being an artist, the readings, it's like anything like with art, with tarot, it's about learning the basics. Hi, Irene. Good to see you, my dear everybody. This is Irene. I am on a new channel. Thank you, Tom. So this is Irene, everybody. Iron Fire Horse. I love that name. That's so cool. And so, and with like anything tarot, do I dive as deep as some of my fellow tarot tubers? No, at least not right now. My main focus is my is my art. But like with art, I had to go to school, I had to practice, I had to develop that over time. I've been an artist way longer than a wrench you. Who says I have to wrench you? Let me see. So let me just finish that thought up, and I will definitely do that, Tom. So for me, just like tarot, it's going to take a while, but I think I've improved over the years. You guys probably heard that. Hold on a second. Let me go and close my door. Okay. Hopefully that'll fix it. And yes, my camera will come back on in a second. I'm just sliding all over in my new chair. I didn't want to go flopping all over. So, so the brush, yes. So the brush is who I am first and foremost. It's an artist. Um, so Tom, let me go into my phone here, and let me switch out my phone from Indigo. Switch account. That's weird. Where's the new one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Said I only had 3 subscribers, but I looked the other day, said I had. Hey, Amanda, Mama Sushi. How's Baby Sushi Part 2? The 2 of them. Let's see. So let me find my live. I am currently in. And no, this is not the one I want. Okay. Something is going on with YouTube. Why am I not surprised? Okay, it says I don't have that account on my phone. Interesting. So, Tom, I may have to, yeah. That's something I'm going to have to do, Tom, when I'm done with the show. Get on my phone and figure out, because I don't think I can do that here. YouTube, I mean, it was working the other day. I was showing up on my phone as my new channel, and now it's gone. So I'm an innocent bumblebee. Yes, you are. So, getting back, so with brush, my art. Bone is very interesting. I just want to be modless. I appreciate that, Tom. So, bones, especially human bones. I've never been drawn to, no pun intended, but I've never been drawn to human bones. I've always loved animal bones. Georgia O'Keeffe is one of my favorite artists, and she made animal bones so beautiful. And I connect more with a spiritual level with animals than I do with people. Though that has been changing, obviously. So on the way here, I kept seeing shapes in my artwork that reminded me of bones and fossils. I would see while driving clouds in the sky that looked like clavicles and rib bones and things, and I'm like, okay, this is going somewhere. I need to pay attention. And so there's the bone, the ancestors, wanting to tap into more of my indigenous roots that I have, that I know are there. And looking at my notes here, they're beginning to resonate with me. I love my crystals. That was the first thing I really got into in Arizona. Before even the tarot is the crystals. I am a crystal person. You may not see that because I don't have a proper space for crystals, but I did Reiki healing to learn about crystals. I took Reiki level 1 and 2 for crystal knowledge, and so I really love my crystals. I'll have to have Maruta join me someday for a crystal show. And let's see, bone has meaning for us Buddhists. Do share, Irene. I would love to know. There have been some decks that I have where there was this cute little older lady that she's known as the Bone Collector. And I am getting older, so I'm not saying I'm going to die soon, but I am getting older. I am moving towards more crone age, and my mortality, is more in my awareness now. And being where I'm at, it's a very deep energy, very ancient energy. I was told by a local that Mount Ashland is actually a vortex, so it's no wonder, that I'm here. Um, let's see, I actually did write a poem, if people don't mind me sharing that. And it says here, I'm prepared, writing notes, I'm prepared to carry them, which is very interesting. That's something that came to me. And I think bones too is the bones of my past, the bones not just of my ancestors, but the bones of my past, things that have marked where I'm at, the multiple changes I've gone through. So, hello, Selena, my dear. Let's see, what did Irene say? Let's open a Reiki shop. You are certified. I did not know that, Amanda. I'm level 1 and 2. I never went for my master's, and I might share that a little bit either tonight or in another show. I don't know if I'll go for a master's just because of, for me, master, and the only way to be able to do Reiki healing is if I have an attunement and I have to pay for. I mean, it's kind of, that's kind of where I am at right now. For those who do, I am not judging that whatsoever. You have to go by what's in your heart and what feels right for you to do. So let's see. So Irene says, when it comes to Buddhism, the Buddhist reminds us of our precious human life. There we go. And it was interesting too because more than a few months ago, last year, or within the last 2 years, for a couple times I had this dream where I was driving through a winding road through a cemetery, and it felt like a very real place. And on the outskirts was kind of like a gift shop, or like a thrift store. And this one, there's cemetery in cars, but houses in a residential area. Remember me. Um, and you could see some not seeing, knowing that they're there for the store actually holding some of the remains. And decorated just a crystals for me. Thank you, Tom. Let's see, before I'm going to read and say, what are the objects still made in this years ago, adding liquid to it properly? I'm not sure if that's a typo. I know, Selena, I'm having issues with YouTube recognizing all of a sudden my new channel on the phone. Frozen. Okay. Oh no, my internet is dropping. Okay. No, Shelby, the stream isn't going with the flow. So I'll just sit here a few seconds, do a sip, and see if someone sees me. In my back? It's coming back? Okay. Yeah, it does that. It's weird. No control of it, you guys. And I'm not from home. We go to Ash. Ashland. People say, "Okay, where you live, what's the address?" To Ash, Ash, Rising Ash, or something. Keep a better outer extender, extend time. And I see. Oh, that's an unfortunate screen freeze. Oh no, Tom. Don't take a picture of it. I hope it just. Yeah, we have to call Ashland Pacific tomorrow and see what they can do because we should be paying for an internet that doesn't, stay connected. So I did write a poem, and oh no, guys. So, okay. I think Selena, you've heard this one. By Brushbone and Indigo Ash, reconnecting with our ancestors of the past, where we find ourselves within the woven memories, sifting through the earth of our mother's extremities, we burn within the caldera of change, charred and blackened like the universe which all was birthed, rising from ashes, a wind-quenched thirst. Our rebirth mirrors our death, allowing nature to run its course, alighting upon primordial waters, returning us to source. Our bones are the memory keepers. And that's kind of where I stopped. So I don't know if it'll continue, but I feel very much that there is a lady of the mountain energy here, very old, and not to knock any men. There is the male energy here. You got the green man, the wild man. We have Bigfoot here. So the woods are protected by the Lord and the lady. So yeah. I have some more written down, but and the hair, yes, it's gone. But of course, they did cut too much off again. So I got to wear these things to hold my hair into a certain place until it grows back. But yeah, there's like a deep hum or a murmur, a vibration here. And I feel that in the mornings, because we live right by across from a public park, and there's a basketball court. And so, big children's playground. So usually in the morning, I get up at 6. I have about an hour and a half, and it's just very peaceful, very quiet. And sometimes in the evening, I'll sit out there and just to relax, and you can smell the trees and the flowers, and of course, the deer show up. They walk up and down the street. They're in the park. It's very beautiful, very very beautiful. Um, so I was writing in my notes, why are the bones calling to me? And I wrote, I have only seen death, loss. Okay, so this is why, for me, skeletal bones was always represented to me death, loss, darkness, despair. Um, and, especially in the hollow eyes of human remains. There's like no life. There's nothing but darkness. There's death. There's nothing left. And so I never got that though with animals, which is very interesting. But again, obviously these things are changing. Um, so hence the bones. So moving forward with my channel, um, I want to focus on more of a spiritual aspect. I have to talk to Jackie. I don't know if we're going to still do the true crime readings. Um, Tom, Allison, and Cosmic Orphan Stephen, all of us have had conversations about this in chat that's had me see things a little bit differently. So trying to figure out, how I can maybe still do something like that and feel like I'm doing something for the greater good, something that is, positive and worthwhile and helping. But I do want to focus more on ancestral messages, Akashic. Again, do we really need to have an attunement? Do we really need a key? I don't know. For some people, maybe they do. Maybe that's what feels right for them. But I feel like, especially when I've been doing some readings lately, um, I've been getting a few things here and there that feels like could be something that's Akashic. So I want to start kind of focusing on offering readings for ancestors, for Akashic. And I got a beautiful gift set from Ramon the other day. I want to work with the Fae as well. Where are those two boxes? I don't see them here now. The Secret Language of Light and of Darkness. I want to do a lot of like light and dark reads, balancing the light with the shadow, processing things. I want it to be more of a deeper spiritual meaning um, than, messages from the divine feminine. So yeah, isn't it, Amanda? It was really hard to put together, but it's 5 foot. They come in different heights, and you can even adjust at some point. If this is too high, you can unscrew everything and drop it down one and put the top on here, and it only goes up this high. So you can have different levels for that. So just to get things unboxed and moved around, just putting things up on there. So let's see. I'm sorry if I have not been really checking with chat. I'm just trying to get out what I want to say about the channel without my I think completely dropping. Yes, Mount Hood called himself the king to me. That's amazing. I think they all communicate and help each other. I think they're all on that access line, that vortex line. And Shasta is only about 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours for me. Um, Not ready for there yet. And again, Selena, my dear, thank you for being here. I know you had to go see hubby. Um, Thank you for popping in. So, let's see. So moving forward with my channel. Now I know some past life readings, Akashic might be starseed, and so I will be able to kind of put myself aside from how I feel about certain things with starseeds and galactic. I'm still kind of feeling that out. Tom, you and I would still love to have you on to have a conversation about that. Um, Very open and honest, like you and I and Jeff did on Saturday nights there for a while. Um, Not to mock, not to, point fingers or to discredit or disrespect anybody's belief, but just to have conversations about different perspectives of extraterrestrial uh, past life and entities and species that that are out there. So I'm developing a new way for me for reading. I'm trying to make more of a personal relationship with my cards. For me, one of them is, we know how court cards can be difficult. So for me, what I do now is I'm going to continue playing around with this. It started in New York, and I want to finish this here, and sticking to it is making sure my cards know exactly what I need for them to represent to me when I'm reading. So with the court cards, to make sure that whoever I'm reading for, the card that I get each time, the first one will be the card that represents the person I am reading for, that energy. And if there's an individual, those cards get kept from the deck. And then that way, then I can keep, the majors together with the minors. But the courts will be more of an anchoring for me, especially in exploring spreads. Allison, Aries Girl Tarot, has gotten me more connected with using spreads, especially the Celtic Cross, which is for more bigger in-depth reads, but I do like trying to whittle it down a little bit, and it has been very helpful too in my development of reading. That would be something I would love to have a conversation on my channel, different ways of how we read as readers. Tom, you, Selena, Allison, maybe we can even get Stephen. I don't know, especially, with the internet, we'll have to feel that out, but even if it's just like a one-on-one on a show, because too many people on the panel, and then it gets, overwhelming. So I'm just going to take a quick stop, oops, and take that down and make sure that people can still see me and hear me. If it calls to you and you want to know more and take a look, I say go for it. Okay, so y'all let me know if you can still hear me and see me. Yes, you're crystal right now. Wonderful. I also discovered there is a priestess, a goddess temple here. And I would like to, oh, something's going live. And that's probably, oh, Amy's going live. I have to pop in after I'm done and say hi to Amy. Amy's my neighbor, people. You may not have knew that. She does not live far from me. And I thought I posted a picture before, but a couple weeks ago, Amy and I got to meet. Oop, let me see if I can, there we go. And she just went on right now. So, but yeah. So, let's see, ancestral readings. I'm going to be probably maybe looking into purchasing some different decks. Again, shadow and light readings, especially with the deck that Ramon got me, the 2 decks, the beautiful gift. Let's see. I'm just really excited. I know more things will start, popping up when I do more shows. I do want to do the color, the art focus also as well. I missed having Jonathan and I, being able to paint together. Now that I'm closer actually to Hawaii, Jonathan and I are going to be less time difference. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that. So a little at a time. Let's see. Just follow what's coming your way. Keep one foot in the woo and one foot in the sanity, and all will be good. Sanity, what is that? Making sure I didn't miss. And Shelby said, I felt that when I go to the mountain where I'm at, I do feel connected to it. So interesting story. And the other day I went to go get some gas after having my hair cut. And it was a hot day that day, and I thought I was coming right back home. Well, when I took a left on my out of the gas station, I didn't realize that road put me right back on the interstate. And I ended up having to drive up into part of the mountains. And it was hot. I didn't have any water with me. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know where I was going. I had my GPS, but still sometimes the GPS spins, turns me around. And Celine, I know that you've shared the story, so I hope you don't mind me sharing it. But you were mentioning, I think, with Bobby and Ramon that night, how you saw an owl again, a symbol of Santa Muerte, and how you had found the remains of a squirrel behind, and what you did beautifully to remember that but in that moment, it's kind of like spirit waiting to see how do we react to a situation, what do we do. And when I was going up there, of course, I asked Archangel Michael to keep me safe and protected, but I also reached out to the energy of the mountains, the lady of the mountains, and I said, I am in your home, I'm in your territory, please keep me safe, please safely guide me home. I respect your awe, your beauty, your immensity. I'm very, basically I was very humbled by it. I mean, it was just so breathtaking where I was, but at the same time, I really couldn't appreciate it because driving alone on some of those switchbacks with, those drops was a little unnerving, and not being from here, not knowing where I was going. I ended up being in California for a little bit before being able to get turned around and come back again. But it just felt like that was what I was meant to say. It was almost kind of Selena, like the test. How do I react? How do I respond? And and at one point while I was driving, this big shadow flew over my car. And of course, I couldn't take my eyes off the road to see what, but this was a big shadow just flying overhead. So it was kind of like, okay, I acknowledged her, I respected her, and her along with Archangel Michael. There's again that masculine feminine balance. Got me down, the mountain safely, and I was able to relax more to the point where I could pull off to the side a little bit once at one point and just kind of stand outside and smell the woods and look over the ledge and see below, and just immense. If anybody ever gets an opportunity to come out to the Pacific Northwest, um, it will blow your mind. And I haven't even been to the ocean yet. So, and Mama Sushi. So for me, Selena, that felt like, that spiritual test and connecting with our deities or our guides, and how, we can reach out to them, and not like passing a test or something, but just seeing how we react, connect with them. And Mama Sushi said you can do some earth channeling shorts at the park. Possibly. My phone is also iffy here. I mean, I have Verizon, it's the best apparently. But even again, in the mountains, I never know when I'm going to drop. I've tried a couple times to do lives outside, and they lasted for about a minute. But I'll try. They may eventually work out. And Irene said, maybe a bald eagle passing over. I saw one a couple of weeks ago, only the second one I've ever seen. I'm not sure where you reside, Irene, but it's possible. And it could have just been one of her. I mean, I have an idea. That one part of it I will keep private until I know it's okay for me to share that. That's okay with her to share that. But I have done a meditation where I met a guide that's connected to here, and her and I need to get to know each other a little bit better and make sure that it's okay for me to share her, because for some of our spiritual practices and rituals, certain things, need to, remain private, to protect our spiritual practice and integrity in our ritual. So you're in Ontario. Oh, so Irene, you're in my old neck of the woods, because we were right below Ontario and New York and Niagara Falls. But I believe so. They do so have them here. Yep. And Shelby says, I have a little bird on my shoulder right now, taking up. Oh, that is so sweet, Shelby. Oh. So yeah, I think unless anybody else had questions, this is going to be like in my main channel. Divine Feminine will be on here, and Allison and I will be on here. Allison and I will do readings from time to time, but her and I knows that our shows are stronger when we're having really, interesting conversations with each other, with guests in the chat. So paranormal. I do want to still do the paranormal on my channel. We are going to be visiting hopefully next week when the heat breaks here, Jacksonville, where Shan is from, and I'm hoping to be able to maybe pull a few cards sitting nearby the house where he grew up in that was haunted, and see if I can get anything, and see if he feels anything. And when we go, and hopefully the people in it's a bed and breakfast now. Hopefully the folks will welcome Shan and I, and say, hey, this is where I grew up. Of course, not mentioning, not everybody's crazy about the paranormal. But yeah, I want to do more of that. And when Ramon comes back to the States from his vacation in Mexico, him and I have something very special planned. And Tom, also, you and Ramon, before I left New York, I wanted to do those readings about or with Lady Frida and with Pamela. So people are chatting like, "Ooh, what's that?" Stay tuned. I still would like to do that as well. I get excited and comment a lot. Don't mind me. You're fine, Amanda. I get the same way. So I think that is about it. I've just been writing a lot more. I feel safer now to write, if that makes sense. I really wasn't in the other place. My place, we're finally, found a nice automotive dealer who helped us out today. Only charged us $25. We gave him a tip, and he had a pop, and he even dug himself, and he had to get a bandage, trying to get into, not to, have to pop off the back of the plastic bumper to get to that bolt, but he went out of his way for us. Really nice guy. His name is Sky, and even commented on Shan's Green Man pendant that Shan wears. So again, nice people here helped us out. So he was able to switch out the plates for me. I'm officially Oregonian, and the New York plates probably get shipped tomorrow. And then get this, my car insurance from New York has been $240. When I was here and got a quote a few weeks ago, because I'm here now, from $240 down to $80 or $90, depending. So I'll be saving, money also. And we don't have a sales tax out here, which is nice. So, but yeah, working with, and like I said, doing Divine Feminine, the Sacred Feminine. We can also Nancy and Ginger some healing energy, some supportive, nurturing energy. They both aren't feeling well today, so we just give them that little nudge, little nurturing energy towards them, make them feel better. Tom, oh my God, what? Oh, the Lady Frida. Definitely want to do that. I still have the thumbnails saved. And Ramon is on board for Pixie. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I still have my Queen's Chamber, studying the queens from the tarot. And Miss Tarot D is my Queen of Cups. She's my Queen of Hearts. So at some point, she'll be joining me on this channel. And Jackie and I are even further apart now in time, but we will be back to do our holding court, where we look at each card, a court card each week. We started off with the Page of Pentacles before I left New York, and once we get settled here, oh my God, about the insurance, yeah. Telling you, Tom, got to come out here. You examine the fur babies. Everybody, come on out. We'll start a commune. But yeah, I'll be picking up some things and probably not doing so many relationship and love and money or something. To me, I'm feeling more of a spiritual, and for the readers who read on that, that's perfectly fine. Everyone's questions are wonderful. They're important. Me, I'm just kind of trying to redirect where I focus, especially with my art too. And once again, when I get settled here, I do have a USPS store up here and a couple of others that do printing. I'll have those cards scanned that I made last year and see when I can maybe start having those printed up and shipped out to anybody who would like them. I am East Coast for life. Can I say? Yeah, you stay where you feel, you belong. I get that. Irene, if I went to states, Oregon would be where I would go. Oregon, Washington is a little nervous for me because of a lot of the horrible wildfires. They had one here about 5 years ago, which was, started by a transient. Unfortunately, we do have a high number of transient and homeless here. For the most part, no problems, but there are quite a few. And I guess one of them started the fire, and it hit a little bit of Ashland. But when we drive here between Ashland and Medford, and we pass through Talent and Phoenix, a lot of those towns have been wiped out. And but they're building back, and you can still see the old trees. So you can see how the earth regrows. Out of the ashes, new trees grow, new flowers blossom. I mean, it's a really powerful and profound perspective, especially when you're here physically and you can see it and you can feel it. Once you go Oregon, you can never go back. I'm still an Arizona girl too. I miss Flagstaff. So You know, New York will always be my home base. You know, my from where I'm from. But yeah, Flagstaff and Ashland are very similar towns. Flagstaff being much bigger now than it was, but yeah, this is my vibe most definitely. Um, Volcanic ash exactly is most fertile. Yeah, exactly. I don't belong where I am. Well, maybe at one point you will have the opportunity where you can change that, Irene, and start your own adventure. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. It took us 16 years or so to finally say, okay, this is it, time to go. And we pushed, and we had to leave a lot behind, but at the same time, people helping us, the table I'm sitting at, reading at, they purchased for me. You know, this here, my easel you can kind of see over my corner, my shoulder there was purchased for me. The TV we get to, I mean, they really provided for us. So Shannon and I need to, you know, get pay for our own couch and a chair that I want in here. Um, but yeah, they helped us with silverware and plates again, and you know, things that you don't think of, like big gallon of or so more of laundry detergent, dishwasher detergent, paper towels, toilet paper. I mean, they went above and beyond. You loved visiting Oregon. Oh my goodness. Selena, did you ever come through the Ashland or Rogue Valley area? Because where us considered Rogue Valley, we got Grants Pass, we have Jacksonville, we have Ashland, Eagle, Central, Talent, Medford. Um, so yeah, and I have a friend up in Eugene that I knew in Arizona in Flagstaff when she was my supervisor in animal shelter I worked at. So Denise and I are excited to see each other. We haven't seen each other since I left in 2008, or just before that, in 2007. So yeah, I definitely encourage that, Shelby, if you can. You know, it's interesting you say that because when Shannon and I first got together, we fell in love with Maine, and he bought us the Down East magazine subscription. We were getting books on Maine. We were actually going to go and move to Maine after we were able to leave um, Arizona. That fell through. It didn't happen, but we weren't meant to be there. We were meant to be here. So, oh, Irene, honey, I'm always on the verge of. I'm so sorry about that, hon. You know, they do help people here. They really work in the community with food pantries, with families for medical. They help with utility bills. And if you're a veteran, they have immense veterans benefits that they help with. You know, they're going to be helping us with our rent for quite some time. So, yeah, they take good care of people here, Irene. So I know that's ultimately your decision, sweetheart, where you go. But, you know, there are programs here, and the people, from my experience, I can say that the people here are incredibly helpful. I mean, just look up, you can look up Access, you know, Southern Oregon, you know, Jackson County, and go to their website and go to their Facebook page and see all of the good that they do with the food pantries and um, childcare and helping women, domestic violence, and helping men as well. They help people here who are, you know, have to deal with domestic violence, with drug addiction. They have programs here, and housing. They really, really do. Um, Woodward. Ooh, Tom. I've never been more west than Woodward, PA. Oh, so okay, it's because Selena's in PA. So she's asking Tom where smack dab in the middle. Oh, really? Very cool. Tom, I used to go skateboard camp there. Oh my God, Tom, I would. I hope. Do you have any pictures or videos? I would love to see young Tom jamming out on his skateboard. You know, were you? going to be the next Tony Hawk, Some of those things those guys do are just incredible, and yet you see some of the ones where they wipe out and they almost literally kill themselves. It's scary. You can tell looking at Tony Hawk the way his nose is this and that. He's beat up, but he did what he did. Live in a really conservative area. They do a lot for women with children. Yeah. Let's see. Let me take that down. Come on, StreamYard. I don't really have many pictures from then, unfortunately, but yeah, I was doing crazy shit like that. Moon Fox lived in New England. I did too, Massachusetts briefly, and when Erica and I were still friends, I got to visit her in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. It's a beautiful state is Rhode Island. Rhode Island is gorgeous. Maine, the energy in Maine is wonderful. Please tell me you had hacky sacks, Tom. Those were something that I could not get into, Selena. I wanted to be able to do a skateboard or snowboard. I really wanted to do snowboard, but the hacky sack, I was just kind of like walk by the guys, just shaking my head, going, nah. Only when I was at college. It was at a college. Yes, Tom. Wait a minute. Why isn't that coming up? No. Do you have any red quartz? Okay, wait a minute. Let me just. There we go. Yes, love that, Tom. Red quartz. I have a fire quartz, a red fire quartz that I got from Aura Salt Caves in New York, Western New York. Before I left, of course, I was in New York. It's packed away, so slowly or surely I'll be able to bring those out. Let's see. They don't, not unless it's what they want. Oh, they make it easy. Okay, I see what's going on with the conversation. Gotcha. It's all good. So, just gotta keep strong and keep moving on. Always believe in yourself and do what you love to do, Irene. Yeah, exactly. So I am almost at an hour, and like I said, my girl Amy is on right now. Esoteric Rose, no, Esoteric. Wait a minute, she changed her name. It was Mystic Rose Tarot, and then Amy changed it to and she's always doing readings. I was hoping to do some readings, but I am going to play it safe for an hour for tonight. And let's see, Esoteric. Here, let me do this. Mystic Rose Tarot. Because it'll take me right to, well, it should take me to her old. And I gotta love YouTube. But be sure to check out Amy. I really want to do this right. Mystic Rose Tarot 888 was originally. So I'm getting all these other ones now. So Esoteric, let me do Esoteric. And the reason why I'm doing this show is because I really love how Amy reads. She includes Real Sky Astrology. So, though that gets lost on me. I will say that Esoteric Rose. There she is. Oh, I'm not subscribed to her. Well, I am now. So, everybody, this is Amy. Oops. No, that's not Amy's channel. Somebody's having fun with me today. Esoteric Rose Tarot. That's Amy's. And she's giving readings. It looks like, yep, astrology readings. So maybe I will see a few of you over there. Today is Monday. I might do another pop-up depending this week. Might wait until we get one of those extenders for the internet. And I will be back Friday night with Allison. So just playing back and forth here a little bit because I still got a lot of stuff to do this week. But thank you again, everybody, for joining me. Um, Sorry again about the time mix up. And yeah, let's go over and say hi to Amy, and I will talk to you later. Everyone, have a good night. Bye.